Gary Payton is a player that I've been looking forward to getting for a long time, and this is my opportunity to get him. It's a shame that all these players that I wanted to get, like Pippen and Payton and Kobe, when I play the Lakers, I'll only get them for like 1 or 2 games, and that's a bit of a shame. I would have liked if they sort of spread it out, or even if you could pick the team you want to play rather than go through the divisions. And then after 5 games, you get a boss or whatever. Regardless, I'm up against the Sonics. Obviously, Gary Payton is on the Sonics. And they got Rashard Lewis and Vin Baker. I was surprised to see Vin Baker there. I don't know why he's there. He had that one good year in Seattle. That was 98 when he was an All-Star. Had a very good career in Milwaukee, actually. And obviously, he was part of that trade for Shawn Kemp, a 3-team deal. Shawn Kemp wanted out of there, contract dispute, and that will go down as one of the worst contract disputes in the history of basketball, in my opinion. You had Shawn Kemp earning under $2 million a year, and he and Gary Payton, along with Detlef Schrempf, Hawkins was pretty big too, led the Sonics to the finals for the first time. Remember, they had trouble getting out of the first round despite the incredible regular season success. And they finally got out of there, and they made it all the way to the finals. They really outplayed the Bulls in the latter end of that series, but the damage had been done because the Bulls had established a 3-game-to-none lead. And Shawn Kemp was monstrous in that. And he tore up Dennis Rodman. Remember, Dennis Rodman is the same guy in 96 that really shut down Shaq by himself with limited help. So Rodman was no joke. He was an all-NBA first-team defensive player. And Shawn Kemp in games 4 and 5 absolutely tore him apart. And needless to say, instead of rewarding Kemp with a big contract, what do? They signed Jim McElvain to, I think it was $35 million over 7 years, or $35 million over 5 years. I can't remember. All the while, McElvain, who was a one-dimensional player, could, block shots but wasn't anything else, was earning more than Kemp, and Kemp wanted out big time. And they ended up trading him the very next offseason for Vin Baker. Now, Vin Baker wasn't bad, but he had one good season, and the lockout really destroyed his career. Same way as it kind of destroyed Kemp's as well, which is unfortunate. But yeah, it was a little bit of a rant there on Vin Baker and Shawn Kemp and the Sonics. And all the while, I haven't told you who I picked. I picked really the Boston team, Boston Big Three, and that was because of the Ray Allen connection. Ray Allen was traded for Gary Payton, and then was traded to Boston. And I could have gone with MJ and Pippen, obviously, because of the 96 finals, but I decided, getting towards the end of it, nice shot by Ray Allen, but we're getting towards the end of the city circuit, so why not one last time run with the Celtics? It would have been fun just using the Celtics all the way through, just for the sake of it. Regardless, yeah, I just wanted to run with them, see how we go up against the Sonics, who weren't bad at this. The game breaker's up. The score's tied, so now I've got to try and figure out a way to try and defuse their game breaker. Payton's all over it. Payton is, as advertised, incredible defensive player. Now I'm able to get Rashard Lewis on me here, break it down, put up a J. Come on, let's get this, and he hits it from 45 feet out. That's happened a bit lately, but I'm just trying to get him to take it in for a dunk. No bite, no cigar, and Rashard Lewis wide open for 3. And I got too many guys on Payton, so 12-10, but I've got my game breaker. It's alright, it's not too bad. As long as I'm able to execute my game breaker, I'll be fine. KG, sweet move. Didn't fake out Baker. They made Baker a lot better in this game than what he was, excuse me, in 2001. But it was a nice move. That was a nice finish. Baker, and I've got to get this game breaker early so I can start working towards the next one. I did not want to do that, but that's okay. That actually worked out fine because it was a small amount of trick points, which means I'll be able to activate it whenever I want to, rather than activating and being at the mercy of them with the ball in their hands. I don't know what happened there again. I'm noticing that a lot too when I'm going up for rebounds or like just general catching. It's not happening for me. I'm not sure why that's happening. Here's Pierce, head fake. If I step back here, he won't be blocked. Pretty confident it didn't happen. I was able to hit a 3 with Pierce, and the scores are reversed. So now it's 14-12 my way, but they've got a head start on their trick points towards the second game breaker, so I'm going to keep that in mind. Rashard Lewis is very good in this game too. I was kind of surprised that Ruben Patterson wasn't here, or because the Kobe stopper, that would have been interesting. I would have preferred that. That was a nice finish. I don't. The ball looked like it didn't go through the rim, but yeah, the Kobe stopper, I would have put him on the squad instead of Vin Baker. But I guess they wanted to have a big man. Or I would have gone with Patrick Ewing. Remember, Patrick Ewing was on this team. I don't know why they nerfed him. I know he was struggling a lot with injuries, but why not? I would prefer them to be generous with his rating than with Vin Baker. Leave Payton alone for a 3 there. Bad decision as he drills a 3 and it's 17-16 for the Sonics. Ray Allen comes back and hits another one. So this is but that was given a short range shot. I don't know why. This game's on drugs. It's the Joey Crawford calls happening to me in NBA Street. The realism of this game never ceases to amaze. That was a big play because it catapulted me ahead in terms of the game-breaking situations. Sorry, the trick points for a game-breaking situation. How about that? A steal, but I don't know where this ball went. To be honest with you, it was a steal, but it wasn't a steal. They got the ball back somehow. Vin Baker hits a close shot, and it's 19-18. It is my winning streak. I don't know what it's at, but it's the last time I lost was to Utah. So it's in dire jeopardy here. But Ray Allen flushes it down, and it's 19 all. I can't give up a 3, and there's a 3 right there. He misses it, thank goodness. But and Paul Pierce is able to get the board. Terrible execution on the fast break, really, and Rashard Lewis from monster block, and coming back down the other end, Vin Baker's able to put up a soft left-handed layup. 20-19. I've got to score in this possession, and Paul Pierce does that. Win by 2 now, 20 all. I'm ahead on the trick points, but they have possession. A 3 here would end it. I'm daring Vin Baker to take a shot or do something with it. He turns it over, which is what I was daring him to do. Ray Allen, that shot crawls in. That was very close to me. That was a bad situation. Gary Payton with a 360. Wow, nice dunk over the top of Kevin Garnett. And then he steals the ball back. And then he puts it back up. So how quickly that changed. So now I'm back in a situation where I got to score. Nice move by Paul Pierce, 22 all. I'm close to a game breaker. I just can't allow a 3, so I'm letting it go in for the dunk. There's a honey dip. I guess the honey dip animation gives us the basket. Now I'm just going to start dribbling with the basketball, try and get myself this game breaker. The game breaker will be very clutch at this point. If I'm able to hit a game breaking 3, then it'll be all over. Instead, boy, was that a ballsy shot by Paul Pierce. Realism. If he misses that, they can come down and just get a 1 and finish the game off. Instead, now I'm up by 1. They were able to come back and even it up at 24 all, but the game breaker's up. Now I can just finish it off with a dunk, and I'll go up with KG. He's not going to dunk it. Instead he'll shoot a 15-footer fadeaway, and that was a close ball game. That was really close. That was a good game. I like that game. And that'll be the last you'll see of the Boston Big 3 in this video series.